Hi, everybody. Welcome to week 14. So you're probably really busy at this point of the semester. And so this week, we're going to do something a little bit different. You're going to get out of your comfort zone and take yourself on what's called an artist date. Now, this activity is one that students are often pretty skeptical about, but by the end of the semester, when they're reflecting back, they generally report that it's one of their favorite activities. It does kind of get you in a more creative space, which is really important as you're working on your final portfolio. And it's also really good for mental health. So you're going to just read through the activities or read through the assignment sheet, do your artist date, and then keep working on your final portfolio. So let me give you some instructions about the artist date. And actually, I should clarify, I guess it's not an exercise, it's a voice thread, so it's graded as participation. So the purpose of an artist date, and I'll just kind of try to summarize this assignment because it is very interesting and actually pretty fun. So I discovered this in a book called The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. And it's a book that she kind of targets it as that it's for just creative people in general. So now she has kind of a more artistic view of creativity. She doesn't really always include like engineers and mathematicians and computer scientists and that, but we know that, everybody has the capacity to be creative and all fields use creativity. So I want you to first think about, when I'm talking about creativity, I'm not asking you to be a poet here. I'm asking you to practice getting outside of your comfort zone. And in particular, you're going to be engaging in a concept called, let me find it here. Mind wandering. So this is from Beard et al. In 2012, but lots of other creativity researchers have examined mind wandering, and it's just time away from a problem. So anytime you can kind of get your mind focused on something else other than your writing, it's actually can do what's called incubation. So think about an incubator, with an eggs that helps the egg hatch, right? So incubation is the concept that sometimes ideas and insights come about whenever you put them on the back burner. So creativity research does look at this and finds that incubation and mind wandering are really key to working through problems. So this is a great activity to do anytime you're at an impasse with your writing or with any other problem in your life. And now what you're actually going to do, what this is you're going to set at least an hour aside and you're going to do something that inspires you and that's different from your normal routine. So there are a couple of keys here. One is that you should do it alone. Don't bring anyone with you. So if it's a social thing, it doesn't count as an artist date. And the reason for that is that whenever we're alone, it puts us in a different kind of mindset where we're able to notice things around us. We don't have distractions. So it's key that you do this by yourself. You might bring a journal with you in case you do have ideas, or, even just your phone. And then I want you to try something that kind of opens your senses. So maybe cook with a new spice, or if you're somebody who likes to hike, maybe you go on a different path than you normally do. Some students will even take a drive, but the key is if you take a drive, take a route that you don't normally take. It's really good for your brain to do things kind of that are against your normal routine. So find something out of the norm that is going to engage you. Of course, we're doing this during a pandemic, so make sure that you wear your mask and bring your hand sanitizer and stay 6 feet from other people. And if you're sick, you can do this at home. Maybe you try watching a movie that you've never seen. Maybe you read an online poetry magazine, or maybe you listen to some music that you've never heard before. I'll update this. You're actually not going to compose an essay. What you're going to do is you're going to record a voice thread. And so you'll go over to the voice thread here. And then as usual, you'll create a new voice thread. And in the voice thread, I want you to describe what you did, what your experience was like. And then I also want you to reflect on and make explicit connections between your artist date and your writing process. So, how did this help your writing process during the final portfolio? Or how could you envision it being useful in the future? So that's what you'll turn in. Other than that, you should continue to work on your final portfolio, which is due next week. Happy Artist Date. I hope you enjoy this activity. Thanks, everyone.